Hi everyone. Now we are going to demonstrate collaborative learning system CLS, which is one of the major platform from EAFT Technologies for colleges, universities, and it can be used by students and teachers along with the management. So entire education system will be on the same at the single system. Okay. Now we are looking at the login screen of that on both student and teacher device. One on the left hand side is teacher device and one on the right hand side is student device. So we just have to provide some authentication details and log into the application. So here it comes the home screen of the application once we successfully log into it. As we just said, on the right hand side on the student tablet, we have certain features which are limited to students, and some of the features are shared across the student and teacher as well. So I'm just gonna brief about the features on student tablets. So home is, which is one as same as Android traditional home screen, and blogs where students and teachers can have a communication between them. Similarly, forums, e-learning to have some of the learning contents on the server, and these will be accessible on the students and teachers. Eureka is a launching point which is newly introduced, and it will launch the Eureka.in application directly from the CLS. So it directly gives the control to Eureka, but nothing related to Eureka will happen over here. Notice board to view all the notices published by teachers and even the management of the school or university. Attendance, which will student can give their attendance automatically to the ongoing class. Similarly, blackboard, whenever teacher is writing something on the blackboard on teacher tablet will be visible live on the blackboard. I repeat, whatever teacher is writing live on the tablet will be visible on the student tablet through this blackboard. Tests are like kind of live tests which a teacher can organize a test on his tablet and at the same time can be visible on the student. For example, after end of a session, teacher conducts a test paper and that will be same visible on the student tablet, and student can immediately take the test, and once the results are submitted, teacher will be able to know performance of each and every student. In the same way, assignments for giving an assignments for every day, library to view the entire library of the school or university. Similarly, timetable and charts is to communicate with the fellow students or with the teachers in case of any doubts or communication required. External contents, we have given some of the open learning content provided by most famous universities. One of them is MIT. And view records is whenever teachers looking at the blackboard, they can save some of the screens and those can be visible on the inside view records. And the same way, controls is where student will have some certain limited controls, like sending a private message to a teacher or sending a particular file. And in the same way, we'll also have the same set of controls on the student side. We'll go through it once we are done with this, and that's all pretty much over here. Now we look at the brief of features in teacher tablet. Okay, I'll start with the home. It's just like as I've just said in the student tablet, it's generic Android home screen. Okay, then we have blogs to communicate with where students and teachers can communicate, and similarly in the forum, e-learning is teacher can create content and post it to the server, and same can be accessible across the students and entire school. Notice board where teacher can post some notices and also can view the available notice on the notice board. Test, teacher can create some test papers and organize a test. Immediately students can take it and view the reports over there. Attendance, it's an one of the best thing over here is automated feature of taking attendance. Blackboard is a cool feature where teacher writes something on the blackboard and which immediately appears on the student, which is live, and student can save it for the reference purpose. Teacher can also assign some kind of assignments to students, a list of students or a specific student. Library is to access the entire library of the school or university where they can view the available books and they can reserve a book. Timetable is specific to this particular teacher, what's his timetable, and charts to communicate with fellow teachers or students. External content is where we have given some of the most used open content, and for example one of them is MIT, and controls will give some certain controls to which teacher will be enabled to control a student. For example, activities can be controlled immediately, so immediately teacher can lock the student's screen. Yeah, now we are back on the student tablet where we gave detailed description about each and every feature. Now we'll start with the home, and where it's simple any home where student can change their wallpaper directly from here, and they can add widgets to the home screen which are very important, like clock widget or something, and all the list of applications will be displayed over here. And one of the cool features in the entire CLS is parental control, which is for the first time whenever student tablet is launched, administrator has to set up parental control passwords, which so that administrator can block certain applications or set certain rules, example timings for the application, and they can enable and disable certain applications and set certain rules like time slots. Similarly for the browser web pages and all the whitelisted URLs and all, I'll show you. To edit the preferences, just need to enter the password, and they can set here we have set browser as not allowed application, and all other remaining applications are accessible throughout the list. And they can also set certain rules for the web browsing. They can add certain rules, authorization changing, and viewing the logs. Here we can see the list of applications which were accessed by the student for today, and it will also list down the timings from when to when. Okay, and so this is same as any Android home screen. Now if we're moving forward, blogs, it's the same like normal blogs which we see in our day-to-day life on our internet, okay, which is just kind of a knowledge sharing, okay, where anybody can post a blog and everybody can get to read it and post their opinions on that particular blog. Now coming back, forums also solves the same kind of purpose, but where it can be kind of a question answer session, okay, where it's all about education related. E-learning is where we have content posted on the server by teachers or fellow students, and it will be listed by subject wise, and they can go through the content, and it's same as any learning content, okay. As we do not have any content over here right now on the server, okay. Moving forward, Eureka, as I've just said, it's just a launching point for Eureka application, and notice board is where students can get to see all notices posted from the university or college. For example, here we're gonna see in the category of campus recruitment, we have plenty of notices posted over here. Watch video about EAFT Technologies and test process and messages from college, etc., etc. Coming back to the attendance is we'll go in detailedly along with the teacher, because there's some certain important features available over there. Okay, and Blackboard also will do it along with the teacher. Blackboard, test, assignment, library. Library is simple, where they can get to see the list of books available. As of now, there are no books available on the library, so we are just skipping it. Timetable is specific to the student, at what time student has how many classes and what's the subject and all the things will be listed over here and student can plan accordingly. And charts is something like where if student had any charts previously, can view all of them, or they can even add a new person and start chatting with them live. For the either it can be student or teacher. External content, some open content from the outside of the university, and view records is again it's attached to Blackboard, so student can save some of the screens to refer it further. And here we have one subject which has an empty screen. So controls here, we have student will have a very limited controls. Now we can select a teacher who is available, so they can send a file and they can also send some message to the teacher, whoever has been selected. Now coming back to the teacher, now the same like student, some of the features are common over here on the teacher side, but whereas e-learning, teacher can upload some of the content so that students can access it. In a similar way, notice board where teacher will have access to create new notices and post it so that all students can view them. For example, here I'm going to show one simple notification on the campus recruitment, and I'm going to post it for Department of Computer Science and course. I'm going to select B and specialization B, and I'm going to post it for semester 1. Okay, or I can choose all and say okay, and then we're going to create semester, say okay. So it goes and submits to the server, and the same thing can be viewed over here. Now if we go to campus recruitment here on the student, and it says prepare aptitude and classes starts at 9 p.m. today. Okay, and that's pretty simple. And similarly, tests over here, teacher can administer a test in particular subject, and they can choose target audience, or you can call it as students, and they can just administer a test. And so here teacher will get the live response, how the students are appearing in the test, and students can take tests over here and they'll get the active tests available, start test, and select the answers. Yeah, once they are done, they'll just submit the test. Yeah, we'll talk about the most important features over here right now, which is controls. So we'll just select the user which we want to control from the teacher side. So here we have Alex logged into the student. Okay, so we'll select Alex, and what we can do is we can just let's say if Alex is doing something which is not appropriate in the classroom, so they can directly lock their screen, and so Alex won't be able to use anything on the device until and unless this teacher unlocks them. Okay, now let's say I've just unlocked it, and boom, he'll be able to use it. Now if you just see again, logged it, and they won't be able to. Now we just unlock the screen and he'll be able to use it. So now coming back here onto the timetable, I'll just show a brief difference between timetable of student and teacher. So here it will be, so teacher's timetable will be the number of classes when they have to take, and students timetable will be number of subjects they have to attend. Okay, coming back to the Blackboard. Okay, before that we'll go to the attendance part. Okay, now here on the teacher side, so they can mark attendance, and yeah, so they can mark attendance and they can view the reports also, which can give the earlier attendance report. So now here we're gonna select the categories like which batch, which section, which semester, all the things. Then we'll just say view attendance report for all the students. So it will be categorized, and we can Once we select one category, we can see the list of students and what is the percentage. Okay, going back, now let's say marking an attendance. Over here for computer programming subject, what we can do here is we can select the semester and course and start attendance. So here we can do it either manually by making a student as present, which is a traditional practice which we have these days, or else what we can do over here is we can make this attendance as automatic. Like let's say now the teacher starts the attendance in auto mode. Now what student has to do is he just has to select for which class he is attending. So once I select the attendance, so boom, here it appears. Okay, so once they're done, just submit and boom. Okay, now most important feature, Blackboard. So here, as I've said, that will be a live Blackboard where teacher writes something on the teacher tablet and student will be able to view it on the student tablet. Like let's say now here's a Blackboard started for subject computer programming by teacher Priyadarshini. Now student has to just select the subject and teacher's Blackboard. So whatever we write over here, let's say just write hello world. That's how we are. Yeah, that's it, done.